Children, welcome to the class. See, in the last class we were seeing about the different types of competition. First we saw about the perfect competition and how price and output is being determined under perfect competition. Next we saw imperfect competition. Under the imperfect competition, the first type of imperfect competition is monopoly. In the last class we saw about the features, sources, and how the price and output is being determined under a monopoly type of competition. Under a monopoly only, the price discrimination is possible. It can be personal discrimination, geographical discrimination, or discrimination based on the use of the product. Next is about to what extent the discrimination is taking place. So we learned that under the heading of first degree of price discrimination, second degree and third degree of price discrimination. And finally, we just completed the class by understanding what is dumping. I gave you the example of the China products being sold at lower price in India, but in China the same price, the products are being sold at a higher price. This process you call it as dumping, or otherwise you call it as international price discrimination. Now today let us learn about what is monopolistic competition. See, monopolistic competition means here there will be more number of buyers and more number of sellers, and the firms, they'll be selling all differentiated products. One product will not be, though the purpose of the product is same, each product differs from the other product in in even minute aspects. At least the covers might change. See, for example, right now we are in a monopolistic form of competition only. When you take shampoos, hundreds of brands of shampoos are there. Each product varies from the other product in some way or the other. The bottle might be different, the shape of the bottle might be different, the color of the bottle might be different, the ingredients that are used in the shampoo might be different, and the design of the a product that is designed will be different. The name or the font would have been written in different types. The logo might be different. So each product, each seller will be showing that his product is different from his competitor in these ways, so that they take a good market share only by showing that these are the substitutes available. We are better than the substitutes in this way. So there will be a number of sellers. All of them, they produce similar products, but they are not substitutes. If I say Sunsilk and Dove, there will be difference in Sunsilk shampoo and in Dove shampoo. So let us see the features of what is monopolistic competition. As I told you, there will be large number of buyers and large number of sellers will be there. The next feature is the firms under monopolistic competition, they are price makers. They only decide the price of their product because they decide based on the quality, the product features, the how far they are different from the other products, the amount of money that they have spent on designing the product. All those will decide while fixing the price of the product. So, in a monopolistic competition, they are not price takers, they are price makers, and they only set their own prices. Next is the firms, they produce different products. So, as a result of that, the key element of monopoly, this is one of the important feature of monopolistic competition. Please underline this. They are price makers, they sell differentiated products. So product differentiation is one of the important feature of monopolistic competition, and as such there is free entry and free exit of the firms into the industry. Any individual firm can produce a product and enter into the industry. Likewise, anyone can quit the industry at any time also. Likewise, the firms compete with each other by incurring selling costs, or they spend huge amount of money on promoting their product. So for sales promotion also, these firms, they spend huge amount of money. As a result of that only, they fix the prices for their product based on the cost of production that they spend. So cost of production will involve even the advertisement expenditure which they incur to popularize their product. On the other hand, non-price competition is an essential part of monopolistic competition. See, there are products where even if it is high price, people will be buying such commodity. So they charge the prices for their product based on the quality or the difference, how far they are different from the other product. Based on those features, they fix the price of the product. Next is, each firm will follow an independent price policy. They will never follow suit the other other firms in the industry. They follow their own pricing policy. That is the reason why they fix their prices. They are price makers and they are not price takers. So these are the 7 essential features of monopolistic competition. How price and output under monopolistic competition is determined, I shall take in the next class. Next is, what are the wastages in monopolistic competition? See, I told you the present situation, whatever we are witnessing, is a monopolistic competition. There are huge amount of wastages which are involved, because when you take, for example, a simple example, I shall tell you, soaps. How many brands of soaps are there? Literally, there are hundreds of brands of soaps are there. But what is the purpose of each brand? It is only for producing, for bathing purpose and for cleaning purpose. But to make the people buy their product, they are spending huge amount of money. Because of this reason, who is getting affected? The ultimate customer is getting affected, because when he buys the product, he is paying a very high price, because the huge amount of money spent on promoting the product is also added in the cost of production, which ultimately falls on the price of the product. So, and when you say the first wastages in monopolistic competition is ideal capacity. Here, when you see all the monopolists in this type of competitive world, they will never produce to their maximum extent. Okay, they will not utilize their optimum level. They will produce on, see, optimum level means minimum cost, maximum profit is the optimum level. They will never even produce output till they reach the minimum cost. Minimum cost means where the AC curve touches its minimum point. See, in this diagram, if you see, when you see here in diagram 5.8, AC's minimum point is what? At the line where MC is touching AC. But how much are they producing? They are producing only OM level of output, which means less than optimum level of output only is being produced by the firms under a monopolistic competition. So, when you are producing at a level where your cost is high, ultimately you have to keep the price also on the higher side. This is the reason why many of the firms, either they sustain huge amount of loss because of the competitiveness in the monopolistic competition, or else they are unable to compete with the other firms who are able to withstand even if their cost of production is high. So many of the firms, they produce only less than minimum level of output. See here, output produces OM, but the optimum level will definitely be to the right side of OM only. That is at the point where AC is minimum. That point is the optimum level of output. So many firms do not do that. And not only that, many a times what is happening is a monopolistic firm under a monopolistic competition, they will create artificial scarcity. As a result of that, the prices shoots up. When prices shoots up, they bring all the excess commodities which they produce and try to sell the commodities. So, creating artificial scarcity is not a healthy competition. So, this is again a wastages under monopolistic competition. Next is unemployment. Here, unemployment does not mean labor unemployment. All the factors of production, since they are not working at the minimum cost level, many of the resources, it can be human resource or capital resource or technical resources, or many of the resources are not utilized optimally. So many of the resources are unutilized. Okay, this will when resources are unutilized, it means that there is so much of unemployment, leading to increase in the unemployment of human resource, capital resource. Just imagine if all the firms are producing to the fullest extent, definitely the level of unemployment would have got reduced. Next is advertisement. See, there is a lot of money which is being spent on advertising a product and telling that their product is much superior than the other products. Day in and day out, we are looking into the television advertisement slots, is it? Each, see, when you take soaps, how many soaps advertisement are we seeing in the television, in any sort of media? So, when a huge amount of money is spent on advertisement, all these will lead to increased cost of production. Where will this increased cost of production lie on or rest upon? It will rest upon the price of the product. So who is ultimately affected? The ultimate consumer is only affected because he is paying huge price because of the advertisement cost incurred by the monopolistic firm. Next is too many varieties of goods. See, in a monopolistic competition, there are huge number of close substitutes to each other. It can be anything, but each it can be soap, paste, detergent powder. Okay, take for example a matchbox. There are so many brands of matchbox. Each one will differ in a different way from the other competitive products. As a result, what is happening is we have got huge variety of commodities. We are in a position, okay, to choose the best among the more number of quantities available. One more aspect that has to be seen here is when you take the market share of individual product or individual brand, the market share of each individual brand is very, very less when compared to the whole market. That is, take for example, we were talking about shampoos, is it? Take a Dove shampoo. There are hundreds of brands of shampoos available in the market. The proportion, or the, I'll not say proportion, the percentage of market share of Dove shampoo when compared to the whole shampoo industry is a very, very meager percentage. This is because too many brands are available in the market. Just imagine only 4 brands of shampoos are available. Each shampoo brand will have a better percentage of market share in the product if less number of if less number of brands are available in the market. Next is inefficient firms. See, there are many inefficient firms which are in the market. These inefficient firms, they spend huge amount of money to attract the, through advertisements, to attract and lure the buyers. In reality, what is happening now? These inefficient firms who produce substandardized products are also in the market. They are unable to be driven out of the market by even by the efficient firms. So as a result, these people, they spend huge amount of money, and many a times people are emotional rather. They are attracted only towards the they are influenced only towards attractive advertisements. As a result of that, these inefficient firms also survive in the market. See, not all people will be able to find out the quality of the products, or many of the people might be price sensitive people, and inefficient firms, they try to allure the, or try to cheat the customers by producing substandardized products. As a result of that, these inefficient firms also cannot be driven out of the market, and the efficient firms have to spend huge amount of money to advertise their product and tell that their product is much better than the inefficient firm's product. So in either case, efficient firms also have to spend on advertisement, and inefficient firms also have to spend on advertisement. The efficient firms have to tell that we are not like this, and we provide quality products, whereas inefficient firms try to bring out that these are the essential features or differences in their product. Next type of competition is duopoly. Duo, the name itself is explanatory. That is, duo means two. Here only two sellers will be there in the market. Both the sellers, they have very complete knowledge about the market, and there can be agreement between the two people, or there need not be any agreement between the two sellers. So it will be, if one person increases the price, automatically the other seller also is bound to increase the price, because he will be affected. If one person is lowering the price of the product, the other person also will tend to lower the price, because he will be affected if the customers go and buy the products which are low priced. Next type of market situation is monopsony. See, here monopsony means there will be different producers for product, but all the products which are being produced is bought only one buyer. Okay, there will be only one customer or buyer for certain goods, or it can be services also. So in such a situation, this type of market situation, you call it as monopsony. Be very clear, the buyer will be only one. Mono means single. Okay, so there will be a single buyer for the goods or services. Okay, and many a times monopoly has the power on the demand side rather than the supply side, because it is demand is created by whom? By the buyer only. Next is bilateral monopoly. Bilateral monopoly is a market situation where a single producer is producing and he is selling to a single seller buyer only. So here the producer is also single, he will be a monopolist, and the buyer is also a single person. He is called as monopsonist. Okay, if there is single buyer, you call that market situation as monopsony. So a monopolist on the production side or selling side, on the buying side there will be monopsonist. Okay, and the next is the characteristics of duopoly. Duopoly, I told you, two sellers are there. Each seller is fully aware about the competitor's action and his motive, and both sellers sometimes they might collude means enter into trouble, rift or disagreements, and they may in many a times they will enter into a clear cut agreement. Cutthroat competition will be there between the two sellers, and there will be no product differentiation. Okay, in case of duopoly there will be no product differentiation. They will fix their price, they will fix the price of the products with a view that both of them should earn maximum profit. Okay, so they might collude, or they might what is it enter into a mutual agreement, and then they fix the price of the product. This is a 3-mark answer, that is characteristics of duopoly. Next market situation is oligopoly. Oligopoly means it is again a market situation where there will be few firms only. There are not two firms or more number of firms. There will be few firms. These few firms, either they will be selling similar products or they will be selling differentiated products, but the buyers will be many. Okay, oligopoly means it is a situation where there are only few sellers. These sellers, either they sell similar products, that is homogeneous products, or else they sell differentiated products also. Very clean example is what is that oil, petroleum. Okay, petroleum and gas agencies, liquid petroleum gas agencies, cooking gas. How many sellers are there? Hindustan Petroleum, Bharat Petroleum, Reliance Petroleum, and Indian Oil. So maximum, if you see, 4 or 5 sellers are only there to sell petroleum products. Likewise, what is that? LPGs. These people only are involved in the LPG also, supplying of LPG also. So this is oligopoly. Let us see the features of oligopoly. First feature is few large firms. There are few firms, I told. These few firms will be very large firms because they have to cater to the needs of the entire population. Okay, so the market is very big, and the portion of each seller is also considerably large only. Next is interdependence among the firm. The price and the quality decisions of the particular firm is independent. Okay, see, regarding HP, okay, there is interdependence among the firms. See, when the price of the LPG is likely to be revised, they will have a dependency on the other sellers also, and then the decision will be taken based on the rival firm's decision also. So this you call it as interdependence among the firm. Next is group behavior. The firms under oligopoly, they realize the importance of mutual cooperation. No one will reduce the price of the product. So they will come to an agreement mutually, they will cooperate and come to an agreement and decide the price of the product. Never you might have seen Indian Oil selling at high price or Bharat Petroleum selling at low price and HP selling at high price. Never you will find that, because they enter into a mutual cooperation among themselves. This is one of the group behavior found in oligopoly. Next is advertisement cost. See, oligopolists, they can raise the sale they will never agree to increase or decrease a product. But to get more amount of profit, they will try to popularize their product by giving good amount of advertising, and they will improve the quality of their product. By doing that, they can show that their product is different at the same price. Next is nature of the product. Perfect oligopoly means homogeneous products. Imperfect oligopoly means heterogeneous products. They can sell differentiated products also, but if they are going to sell differentiated products, then that oligopoly you call it as heterogeneous product. If they are going to sell homogeneous products, you call it as perfect oligopoly. In case of heterogeneous, you call it as imperfect oligopoly. Next is price rigidity. This is one of the very important feature of oligopoly. Here, they never change the price without the consultation or without the mutual consent of their rivals. Rivals means what? Competitors. So, oligopolist firm, they don't change, they stick on to the same price. Okay, so price rigidity. Rigidity means something which is never changeable, is one of the important feature of oligopoly. And the next is, you have a table. Sorry children, the screen went somewhere. You have a table which shows you the difference between the perfect monopoly and monopolistic competition. You can go through the table. It tells about the nature of the curves and all. Okay, this will be helpful for you to write the difference between. Okay, difference between monopoly, monopolistic competition. Okay, whatever I have taught you only is given in the form of table. You can use it for differences or similarities also. Okay, with this we are coming to the close of the chapter, and regarding the diagram part, I shall take it in the another video class before we go to the next chapter. Thank you children. Have a good day. Bye.